Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
So I
Like
see.
we bottle opener.
Oh yeah, it's nice, Ace of Spades. Didn't you cut yourself on that, or you got it taken away at the airport or something?
No,
Didn't they?
I could actually, not that I will. I could actually slit someone's throat with it. It's that sharp. And I've gone through the metal detectors. Nobody has stopped me once. And
Yeah.
I've had it for like 2 years.
Hopefully there's no TSA agents listening to this. I want to kick off the show by introducing a new partnership that we've just made with SportsVids. If you know someone that loves football, boxing, Olympics, darts, or cricket, then get them a personalized video shout-out from sportsvids.com. Choose from football legends like Ian Bishop. It's a nice note
Hello.
mention for you there. Tony Cottee, Shaun Goater, and other stars. Give them some info about your friend, workmate, or family member, and they'll do the rest. It's a knockout idea for a birthday, wedding, special event, or even for a bit of banter. You can also order a pep talk or a team talk for a football team or sports team. SportsVids, personalized video shoutouts from sporting heroes. Get yours now at sportsvids.com.
I'm not just saying it, but I think it's a great idea. I spoke to somebody in DC Virginia, about 3 years ago, a friend of mine, and he was setting up a company doing the same. And he had the basketball, the NFL, the hockey players and all that. And he's turned it into something really good, I think. I mean, look, we get requested all the time, and I've done videos for people, it's just nice to do. But this is all structured properly. And, even for, Christmas is coming up or whatever, people's birthdays, anniversaries, whatever, even relative to a game that from the past that the player may have played in, whatever sport. And it's nice to remind people who actually remember them days and them games. It might be their first game or, it's just nice to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great gift, isn't it? Sometimes you don't realize how much somebody appreciates just a simple message from one of their heroes from when they were younger. So, if you wanna go and check it out and get your own personalized message, again, that's sportsvids.com. That is sportsvids with 2 Z's, so it's sportzvidz.com.
Yeah, if one of you can surprise me one day with Shaun Goater or Tony Cottee, it'd be really nice.
Yeah.
The heroes.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll get them on the show at some point, but we'll go through SportsVids so we can get them on.
Definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Might get commission.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's some way to wangle that. All right, guys. Well, wangle. Yeah.
Wrangle or wangle?
Wangle.
Got a peach impediment?
Sorry. I probably meant wrangle.
Doesn't matter.
No. All right, guys, let's jump into the episode today. So, I mean, we're going to go out of chronological order here because I think the obvious game to jump into with our show is the West Ham Man City game. I've got a load of notes on it. So, I mean, let's just start off with the score 1-1. Good or bad for which team? What do you think? Like, where does the result? Definitely
points gained for West Ham. Definitely, they happy with the draw. City will feel points thrown away. The tactical side of the game itself, David Moyes got it right, I think. Mm-hmm. With a bit of fear factor. City. When I did talk sport on Friday, and I had to sort of read up and I obviously knew that City had been there 5 times and scored 22 goals.
Yeah.
So they actually loved going there, and I didn't think it would be a rout. I usually sit on the fence anyway when people on Twitter ask me to predict the score. This early in the season, if it was later and West Ham needed the points to stay up, I'd obviously want them to get a point. Or if it was later and City needed it to, still be in contention for the title or to go ahead in the title race, I would say I want City to win. But for me, it's a difficult one always, And a 1-1, I said 2-2 on TalkSport. I said, when they asked me for a score, I said it's not fair, but 2-2. It's me sitting on the fence, really. Yeah. But I actually did believe West Ham could get a draw out of the game. I didn't believe that they would go and win the game, to tell you the truth, because I knew his tactics would be sit back and hit them on the break. Mm. And that's exactly how it turned out to be. There wasn't a lot of football played by West Ham, and City really didn't pick up till maybe 25 minutes from the end.
Till Foden came on.
When Foden came on, which he did in Europe in the week, didn't he?
Yeah.
City livened up. City in the Porto game.
Against Porto, yeah. And he got an assist.
He livened up.
Yeah.
And then Sterling livened up when Aguero went off.
Yeah.
For some reason.
A strange one. Also, yeah, Foden came on at half time against West Ham, didn't he? But yeah, he scored 6 minutes after coming on. I mean, to me, if you look at it, you know, I mean, there's a lot of City fans that are disappointed. But to me, it's a team that was not in form in Man City against a team that was in form, West Ham. And I mean, I'm not upset at 1-1 against a team like that's playing like West Ham right now. I mean, I know we're Man City, and
fans get disappointed because they've been given too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you expect now. You know what I mean? And it's not like that. This season has proved that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like that. You know, you can't look at teams like West Ham, coming off the back of 2 good wins and then an unbelievable comeback, which they still should be riding on. But I expected West Ham to come out a little bit more and try and build on that euphoria of coming from 3-0 down, but they didn't. Moyes' tactics was to contain City, pack the middle, and let them get down the sides if they want. I mean, it proves that João Cancelo was their most attacking and productive player.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Just on the wrong side.
Down the left side, yeah.
Yeah.
A right-footed left back coming down that side was their most attacking force.
Yeah.
So Moyes got his tactics right, knowing they wouldn't be lumping balls in there.
Yeah.
They could get down the side, but then they would come out and start again. And this is where I feel like they lack David Silva.
Yeah.
When teams need to be sliced open. It wasn't until De Bruyne came on and showed again. It wasn't much, but he still showed that he could still carve open.
Yeah.
With a couple of passes that he made. Sterling should have put the game to bed.
Yeah.
Bad first touch.
How often have we said
really?
that? Yeah.
It's something that he is what he is now, isn't he? We've said it before. He is what it is. He's not really going to go and get better with his touch and his...
No. Yeah.
It is what it is, but it wasn't that far away neither, to be honest with you. I think his pace made it less of a bad touch because he still got there in time.
Yeah.
And then the finishing, he's always, if it's instinctual, he finishes okay.
It's when he has to think.
If he's got time, it seems to mess it up for him a little bit. Another fact, for me, there was a few strange substitutions.
Yeah.
With both teams for me.
Yeah.
Taking Aguero off when you need a goal.
Well,
irrespective of whether he's not really involved or not. He wasn't involved because they packed it.
Pep said he went off injured, actually. I read that after, because we were talking about we were talking about that as soon as it happened, weren't we?
I didn't know that then. That's my ignorance, but that's completely different.
Yeah, it came out later. Pep said he's injured. He's probably out for a while. It doesn't look good, he said, which is a shit show.
Well, that's
yeah. Just going back to sort of the beginning and the starting 11, from a Man City's perspective, why the hell is Eric Garcia on the pitch? I mean, I just completely disagree with that. It just really bugs me that he's starting the game.
Was Ake fit?
No, Ake's not fit, but Stones is fit. Fernandinho,
Laporte not fit?
Laporte was, he was on the bench, or was he? No, he wasn't. He was not fit. He's coming back.
I don't think they'll settle until they've got that centre-back partnership.
Yeah.
I don't believe, if everyone was fit, would he still keep rotating it? I think you've got to find two that get used to working together.
Yeah.
And obviously they've got to stay fit for that to happen.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to find the two and stick to it, no matter what.
Yeah.
Do whatever he wants with the fullbacks. That spine that you need running down the middle of your team.
Yeah.
It's got to be solid.
Yeah.
And it's got to know what it's doing. It's got to be used to each other,
Mm-hmm.
There's a connection with it all right down the middle.
Yeah.
Your two centre backs, you hold them mids, your central attacking mid or your number 10, and then your centre forward.
Striker, yeah.
It's got to be natural for them.
Yeah.
But they've got to get used to each other. They can complain all they want. This is what I don't get. The fixtures is all congested. There's too many games. Well, you know what? You qualified for the Champions League. Don't you want to play it?
Yeah.
Would you rather have the week off? You know what I mean? So don't be good enough to qualify for the Champions League. And
you can
wait
have
a minute.
the week off, yeah.
Yeah, it's too many games. Do you realise how many times the game stops today?
Yeah.
I don't watch American football because of all the breaks in the game. And English football's becoming exactly the same. Stop for a head injury, fine. Now you get stopped if someone gets hit in the manscapes, in the balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not a head injury.
Yeah.
A little head injury, maybe. But why does the game need to stop? Why now, even today with Alderweireld for Tottenham, he got an unfortunate elbow. He got a little split above his eye. Is that dangerous? You look at MMA fighters and that, they get hit in the face, get up and react to it.
Yeah.
You know what? If you need to go off because you're bleeding, get off the frigging field, will you? And let the game carry on. People sit down now 2 yards from the touchline.
Yeah.
And wait for someone to kick the ball out and they get stopped. And you find out, oh, they twisted an ankle.
Well, now the ref doesn't even wait for the ball to get kicked out. The ref
No,
just
he
calls
doesn't. No,
it.
he stops it. Yeah. It's going worse. It's actually doing my head in now.
The thing is, I completely agree with you, but I still think now that we have all these hundreds of cameras and VAR, it can be. I think it's literally just a flip of a switch. It can be fixed. Mm-hmm. Like we have it. Everyone sitting at home is complaining, and we notice it straight away. Why? I mean, we can.
Nobody's getting hurt, mate. Nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah.
What do we need to do? Should we put on a protest, like a march, and let people go and raid the shops while we're doing it?
Imagine a protest. No one going to the games until they.
They're not going to the games.
No, I know, but I'm saying when they actually can, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think people have that in them, mate.
Yeah.
You know.
No, because then
other blood, isn't it?
Yeah, other people that would like buy the tickets and then try to sell them.
Well, look, the new generation of fans think this is normal.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's how it's going to be, though, isn't it?
Of course it is. But there's still a way. Look. My biggest thing, and I'll say this till I'm blue in the face: book the divers.
Yeah.
You know what? You watch the rugby. There's integrity in the game. You watch golf. They police themselves.
Yeah.
If they foul when nobody's seen it, if they touch the ball, they ground a club, whatever, they hold their hands up and say, "Hey, need the steward here. This is what I did."
Yeah.
They police themselves. They're human beings. The footballers today, human beings. What changes them when they go out into the football field?
That's what I say.
They can cheat and lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's the integrity? There's no ethics in the game anymore. They don't respect each other. They don't respect referees because they're fucking idiots.
I mean,
anyway.
everyone's trying to con everyone. That's the whole thing.
How does that happen when in other sports it's not like that?
It's respect.
You see two fighters beat the shit out of each other and go and shake hands and hug afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what? I respect you, what you do, whether I beat you, whether you beat me. Why are footballers saying to these fucking scum, absolute fucking scum human beings?
I mean,
that's gonna get some comment.
It's kind of like the whole Everett Suarez thing. I mean, I don't know what was said, but apparently Suarez said a racial thing. Whatever.
Mate, when Luis Suarez is involved, who would you fucking believe?
But never mind. That's beside the point. Rio and Evra and a couple of other black players on Man United, when they play Liverpool again, they didn't shake his hand in that. And yeah, I get it. It's a race thing. And I get why you didn't shake his hand. If you truly believed that, you said that. But Suarez has done numerous amount of things for you to not want to shake his hand before it got to a racial standpoint. He's biting people, he's cheating, he's diving on the floor and then realizes he's not getting the call, jumping up and then going and scoring.
Isn't he in the right fucking place right now?
Exactly. Football is surely
fucking Diego Costa.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, all the arseholes of the world are fucking congregating at Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the right place.
Yeah. Well,
he's an amazing footballer, and I'll forever say
you
he's
can't
the
get
only
away from
person you.
We're not talking about football. We're talking about ethics,
integrity.
Yeah. Well, he's bit 3 people throughout his career. How do you bite one? How do you bite one?
I think he's bit away from the field.
Yeah, exactly. There should be.
Maybe he's still teething. Maybe there's still room to grow in them teeth. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the fucking Uruguayan Jack the Ripper.
Well, when he was at Ajax, they used to call him the Cannibal, didn't they?
Hannibal Lecter.
Whatever
Well, not to bring this conversation right back to the anchor point of the West Ham City game. There was a few times I just wanted to jump in there, and I'll just go back. So
Fuck me, we lost it there, didn't we?
yeah, a little bit. So it's the first time Pep's named an unchanged team in 3 years, from the Porto game to the West Ham game.
Right. I don't get the two holding mids, mate. When you know West Ham are going to be a counter-attacking team, and you're going to have majority of possession, you're going to have to find them little channels, little holes.
Yeah.
You don't need Gundogan. I know he scored. No, he didn't. He scored against
Porto.
The free kick that should have been saved.
Maybe that's why he kept him in. I don't know.
Well,
because he got his goal against Porto, but I don't think you need Rodri and him.
Right.
When you know you're going to have the majority of it,
you
need that extra little bit of guile, you know what I mean?
I completely
They're
agree.
doing the same job.
I completely agree. I would play either Rodri or Fernandinho in the holding, and then I would have Bernardo Silva and Foden, two dynamic, creative players just
with
ahead
Aguero
of them.
and Sterling.
With Aguero and Sterling and Mahrez, that's exactly. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, Gundogan got himself into a few situations on his left foot that De Bruyne. I know De Bruyne wasn't 100% fit, and he was just coming back, but he wasted a few balls that De Bruyne. I mean, De Bruyne is probably one of the only people in the world who could have actually, made those passes that Gundogan envisioned.
Better than he
played it out. He mishit it a few times. One thing,
you know what? Sorry, mate. The thing for me, and look, it was a great finish by Antonio, but that ball's in the air for a long time with
great
nobody
finish,
attacking it.
Yeah,
and I like the new sign. I like Ruben Diaz. You know.
Yeah.
Garcia is supposed to be wanted by supposedly one of the best clubs in the world.
Take him, yeah.
But why is nobody attacking that ball? It's not like it was whipped in with pace.
No.
It hung up, and Antonio outmuscled. Was it Ruben Diaz? I think it might have been.
Yeah, it was Ruben Diaz. But
why is no centre back attacking that ball?
Yeah.
This is where we fall down a little bit.
That's where I think Laporte, even Otamendi would. I know he's gone, and he has his faults. Yeah, he has his faults, but he worked with company very well for a few seasons on the spin. Ruben Diaz, you can't it was a great finish by Antonio, and he's done everything right. Ruben Diaz didn't get out the way. He was on his man. I think the other centre-back was responsible for clearing the ball. I can't remember exactly where Garcia was, or maybe even if Cancelo was tucked in.
He was in front of it, yeah.
Yeah.
He went over him.
But what a good finish. Antonio's strong, isn't he, for his size? So
he's like single-handedly dragging West Ham along, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like did everything. And he might be injured now, which will be a big blow.
It's a huge blow. I will say, though, David Moyes is playing a big part in dragging West Ham along as well. If you look at...
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So
not counting.
Right. We spoke about starting Lanzini after that goal and maybe running along the hype. We put out a poll on Twitter, and it was heavily favoured in not starting him. It was like 80 to 20%.
Yeah,
people didn't want to start him. And what David Moyes did was he took Fornals and he just stuck him on Rodri. He didn't play him out on the wing. He sort of brought him inside. And, he did a job, and he shut Rodri's pivot down, didn't he? So, and West Ham were also really solid at the back. This is why... It
was a 5-2-3 at times, mate, with Antonio on the left side of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fornals was drifting in.
Yeah.
But when I said earlier about the strange substitutions, even when Antonio went off, I would have left Bowen on, put Yarmolenko on the right, which is his natural position.
Yeah.
And I would have brought Bowen to the left and took Fornals off.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you still want to go and win it.
Right.
And you've got more chance with Bowen than you have with Fornals, I understand why he plays Fornals. He can hang his hat on him for work rate.
Right.
But I think a couple of people, one on Twitter said, what a stupid question. And even with the 80-20 with Lanzini, I think what we were trying to say was try and get Lanzini back in the fold.
Yeah.
Because he is quality.
Right.
When he plays, which he doesn't, and we've lost him.
Yeah.
We've lost that part of his game. What we were trying to say was to get him back, would it boost it if you involved him, from the start?
Yeah, let him run
on at least.
Let him run on that high instead of letting it be forgotten. And
now it's dead.
Yeah.
Now what happened last week is dead, and you're starting again with him maybe. You don't know because them type of players are temperamental anyway.
Yeah.
So what we were trying to say was, grab him now while he's up there.
Right.
Try and squeeze the rest of it out. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was leaning to last time we spoke about it as well, because to me that's what I would do if I completely get keeping the same team and what's working, why would you change it? But at the same time, I do think if West Ham want to progress, I mean, you can't complain, the results they're getting. But okay, now they've got a stable foundation. How do we build on that? To me,
yeah, but what you're going to find, mate, is when they go away from home, which they have done, like at Leicester now, and they play counter-attacking football. The good thing about playing City at home is you can still play like the away team.
Right? Yeah.
No one's going to complain about you bedding in
and
hitting the break.
Yeah.
But when you play Burnley, Sheffield United, Palace at home,
take risks.
You can't play like that.
No, you need to take risks.
You're going to have to play football. There was no football.
Right.
Nobes would have been better suited in there rather than Souček for that type of game.
Yeah.
Because we wasn't going to have the opportunity for him to break and get into the box.
Yeah.
Nobes would have played a little bit of football, and we might have kept possession a little bit longer to stifle City a little bit in the second half.
Yeah.
He would have kept possession a little bit better. Because Souček in games like that is not going to touch the ball.
Yeah.
He's not going to touch the ball. He's only going to be effective in the other team's box, which we didn't get to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we didn't build up. When you have a player that arrives in the box, you need to give them time to get there, and you need a build-up. You need possession.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to work like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, getting a point against City, like when you look back after the Newcastle game and you said the next 6 games, we're 4 or 5 in, and nothing bad's happened.
Yeah.
Well, West Ham, they have to be the most exciting team in the Premier League right now.
Not football wise.
No, but I mean,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Especially with all the nonsense
for the transformation.
Yeah,
exactly.
For the transformation.
Yeah,
and what people expected of them.
Well, I would argue Aston Villa probably takes it with what they were last season. With the turnaround.
Yeah.
Just.
I don't know. I don't think anyone, even City with this run could have struggled.
Yeah.
And West Ham are doing better than I think 90% of the league would have done with the
run of games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Finishing so that's why I mean.
I
there's
agree.
a lot of other factors why people thought at the beginning of the season West Ham might get relegated.
Yeah.
This season. There's a lot of factors within the club,
like in the structure. Yeah. I will say though. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Obviously, if they do lose Antonio for whatever, this is where when somebody like Haller will step in.
Yeah.
Who you can see visibly is not happy. This is going back to the Lanzini point. They've got to come in and think, if I do well, am I going to stay in?
Right.
I don't know if he will believe that because of the form Antonio's in. Or will Moyes switch things about a little bit to accommodate both of them?
Well, that's the great thing with Antonio. He can play. He's dynamic. He can play out wide if you need him to. But
I prefer him doing that.
Haller's more of a
many
central.
Goals he's got down the middle. Yeah, I'd prefer him out there.
I mean, look, he was started off as a fullback, didn't he? Or for a long time he was playing as a fullback.
He was playing. He would play anyway.
Yeah, I will say though, just to get back to City a little bit. I don't think it's all negative. Like I saw a lot of negativity online.
Not at all, mate, no.
But going up against a team, I thought West Ham were defensively solid, and also the spark in Phil Foden when he came on. And again, we saw it against Porto. He set up Ferran Torres' goal, didn't he? He was out wide. Yeah. He came on and he just like electrified things. He scored after I think it was just under 6 minutes of being on the pitch.
But as he electrified when he started, George, we go back. We spoke about this with other players. Are you an impact player off the bench?
Yeah.
Malenko's a little bit similar at West Ham.
Well,
we've always talked about Jacko.
Yeah.
He's never going to be happy like that.
I just think, for some reason, like when Foden started on the left wing, he's just been shut out. And the few times that he started and he's just been out of the picture and he's got taken off, it's been when he starts on the left wing, which he didn't really play last season. He played on the right wing, with linking up with Kyle Walker down that right side. Or he starts in the middle next to Bernardo Silva, which to me, Foden and Bernardo Silva is the most like the De Bruyne-David Silva partnership. Obviously you want De Bruyne in there all day, but I said this a few episodes ago. Bernardo Silva has that David Silva-esque sort of relaxed style on the ball, where Foden has that dynamism and that burst forward that De Bruyne has. So I think that's perfect when you're playing those two attacking tens, and you can't play.
Yeah.
Foden and De Bruyne is great together, but they're both trying to bomb on. They're both trying to, or you're sort of cutting one of them off to feed the other one. So I just think if De Bruyne is, I'd always take De Bruyne on the pitch. I'd play him at centre back if we had to, just to get him on there. I mean, not really, but. Foden and Bernardo Silva is a great partnership when De Bruyne is not fully fit. And I think playing Foden out on the left wing, it just, I don't know, it sort of shuts him out, because we're not a team that plays crosses into the box, and he's a left-footed player. You're sticking him out there. His only option really is to put a left-footed cross in, So I think it's not so much he's just off the bench he looks lively. I think it's where he plays and how Pep's managing him,
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
And I think he came on and he was given a free role after half time at West Ham, and he just
You heard him.
Yeah.
He's not doing your head in.
Yeah.
Carry on though.
All right. Ian's getting catcalled on the podcast by his bird Charlie, named after Charlie George. What do you think, Connor? I mean, we spoke about Foden. Like you've said, I was talking him up, and you've been talking him up. Yeah, and you were a little skeptical because you were saying I'm a little biased.
Very biased, and I don't know.
But you said the other day that maybe it's not biased. Maybe there is something there.
Yeah, no, there definitely is something there. He's proved himself time and time again. I think he's just like, I thought when I saw Bernardo Silva, I was like, oh, he's the perfect replacement for David Silva, and then not only did he prove himself as his own player, like to where you don't look at him as that anymore, even though he has kind of filled that since David Silva left, because he was such an important pillar in City. But like it's not as sad him seeing David Silva leaving when you have Bernardo Silva, and then you have Foden to back up Bernardo Silva.
Yeah,
and the sheer fact that he's young. You know? Well, it's like you got the perfect package. You got David Silva. And then you got a mini David Silva and then a mini David. You're set for the next 10
I thought you were going
years,
into Manscaped again there. You've got the perfect package.
Yeah. That's actually a good time to bring up, actually, because I do want to thank our sponsors, Manscaped. And I do want to say right now is your last chance to enter the competition to win a shirt signed by Ian. All you have to do is go to manscaped.com and purchase one of their Perfect Package 3.0s. Or their lawnmowers. You can get just the lawnmower by itself and use the code BISH at checkout. That's BISH. You get 20% off and free shipping. And they sent us a little message here. They say Halloween is right around the corner and you don't want to spook someone with your scary bush. I always love their scripts.
You have a prickly pumpkin.
Yeah.
I just actually bought the nostril one.
Oh, yeah.
But mine is actually bigger than the lawnmower.
Oh, is it? Yeah. You could flip them around then and use the nostril one down there and the lawnmower on the nose.
It's pull to start. You gotta
Yeah, he's got his sun hat on.
Sorry, fellas. I'm chasing. There's comedy everywhere. I'm chasing the cockatoo.
Well, last week it was 3, so at least you got rid of one. Yeah.
He's got his builder's helmet on and everything. He's standing on the scaffolding outside.
Yeah, I was just saying he was catcalling you.
He was, yeah.
So yeah, just
That's because I'm sitting here with no pants on, though.
Yeah, we just saw when you stood up. So if you want to join the competition, we're actually drawing the winner on the next episode. That's November 3rd. You can either watch the election or you can sit and enter the competition for a signed shirt by Ian. So all you have to do is go to Manscaped, make your purchase, use the code BISH. Right now is your very last chance to get in on this as we are shutting the doors. And then email your receipt to 5pintsin@gmail.com. And we'll announce the winner on the next episode.
If you're wondering why I've changed my glasses, the bird hates me. unless I've got these glasses on. Don't come near me unless I've got these. It's weird.
Yeah, those are the ones with the big nose and the mustache attached to them.
Hey, Comedy Central.
All right, so let's. Are we good with the West Ham game? I mean, I feel like I could talk forever. Aguero going off injured is terrible. Antonio, if he is injured, is terrible.
Terrible as well, yeah.
You know,
Such a hefty price to pay for a point
yeah,
for both teams, really.
yeah.
You know?
But it's football and it's war, you know. So
Yeah, of course, yeah.
war where the soldiers fall down with the lightest.
dead.
Yeah,
Play dead.
yeah. So yeah, I mean West Ham. Just to briefly touch on West Ham's next fixtures as well. They've got Liverpool away, which I mean after the run they've been on doesn't look as daunting as it did,
Well,
you know.
But this is where they fall down, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, you've now got to be able to adapt to these other teams and not throw the points away. It's really difficult, and even back in my day, it was the same thing. We always seemed to beat the bigger teams,
Yeah,
and then cock it up against the teams that we should have beaten. You know, and you've got to find that in today's game anyway. You've got to find that okay, it's going to be a different tactic.
yeah,
Like I said, because they're gonna have more possession against other teams, and do you have the capacity to change? And can you find the same spark when you're playing a different system or a different way? Could be the same personnel, but just a slightly different way of doing it. You know, it's where they always seem to have fallen down in the past.
yeah. But it's not a bad platform to be standing on, you know.
No, but
After the run,
look. There's no point in doing the good shit and then not building on it because it wastes all that good work you've done. You know.
yeah,
That good work doesn't count unless you follow it up.
right,
And it's for them because if they do, they could kick on. They
Yeah.
could kick on and look at top six and maybe qualifying for the Europa League. They could.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I could see them top six.
I mean, you look at the quality of the Europa League and West Ham
Yeah.
are right there. I mean, most of the Premier League are right there.
It's that type of club, you know.
I think David Moyes right now, whatever he's doing, again, you know, he's got the defensive part down. I think now take some chances. This is where, if Lanzini fits in, you try and play a more creative player. You know, not that Antonio isn't creative, but he's up at the top. But Fornals to me doesn't have that creative spark to him. Bowen, I like
I know
Bowen.
he's supposed to be a talented player, you know.
Yeah,
I know he showed glimpses of it
yeah,
that way. He works his balls off. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
And in a team like West Ham, which is where they've fallen down with your Andersons and that type,
yeah,
you need them to do both sides of the job. You can't carry any passengers. And if for 1 minute Lanzini becomes a passenger, then you're playing 10 against 11 again. And
yeah,
a club like West Ham right now can't afford that.
yeah,
You know, you need everybody in the mix. Moyes has got together now. He's got a bond, I think, in the dressing room.
mm-hmm.
He's got the players playing for each other and working for each other.
yeah,
Possibly working for him,
yeah,
really, because, you know, he's come in now in this second spell, and really the players must see it. There's talk about the owners giving the manager 2 transfer windows or whatever.
mm-hmm.
So there's a certain length of time when you think it can either be too short, and players will get the feeling that, well, if you don't really trust them, this isn't going to work, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it could work the other way. Okay, they're giving them this. Do we feel, right, let's go balls out to make sure we do it for him and he doesn't leave. If they're happy with training, with the dressing room environment that he's trying to build, I think he's got the right backroom staff.
yeah,
Stuart Pearce, Kevin Nolan, don't come any fucking tougher than that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And they will get into it. They will put people in their place. I know they will.
yeah,
And to be fair, no disrespect to the club itself, but it suits David Moyes from his reputation from Everton. What he did with a club that doesn't go out there and spend fortunes and buy their way to success. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's going to build something, and it's a foundation for the future. But everybody wants it now and today. You know,
yeah,
West Ham fans will see other clubs doing it and getting the success and stuff, and think, why not us? You know,
yeah,
and they're right to think that. But it has to start sometime, someday. You know, let's hope this season is the one that they build on. And it's still only 5 games in, 6 games, whatever it is, 5 games in.
yeah,
You know, they've shown now that they can not only take care of themselves against the best teams. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the best teams have showed themselves to be the best
as
teams
the
this
best
season
team.
yet.
Yeah,
You know, even look today, Leicester. you've had a couple of arse kickings, especially at home, and then you go and win away at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which I said to Connor today was good for me because I think people are getting carried away a little bit with Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Arteta. They're going a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
And I also hear them talking at home on the TV shows and all that.
Yeah, of course. But it has a positive effect on it, doesn't it? Positive thinking, you know. I mean, Arsenal have been doing that for the last 20 years. But
of course it does. No, you need that, mate.
It's
winning is a habit.
Exactly,
Same as losing is a habit.
Don't break it.
Sometimes you can't get out of it. And if you have that winning habit, it's the best thing you can have.
Yeah.
You don't have to play well to win games. You still have that belief. I was there with Man City for 2 consecutive seasons with the promotions. We never felt anyone was going to beat us. Even though we weren't, when we got promotion to the Championship, we weren't the second best team in that. But that group of players and coaching staff and fans never ever thought we were going to lose again.
Yeah, you're seeing that now with obviously Leicester, Sheffield United, Wolves, and all those that just burst out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Leeds.
Did
you say Leeds?
No, I didn't.
Aren't they brilliant?
What Villa are doing right now? It's funny. It's almost like the Premier League just started. This is the first season of the Premier League, and everyone's running around with their heads cut off.
Well, I mean, talking of one of those teams, just we don't talk a whole lot about Everton on here, but I did want to jump into their game. And their season so far. I do quickly though just want to give a shout out to one of our patrons on Patreon.com. Alex Jones is an Everton fan, so that's why I'm bringing it up right now. Thank you so much, Alex. He's joined our Patreon, and if you'd like to join him too, you can go to patreon.com/5pints-in. So we appreciate the support on there, and thanks for joining, Alex.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Next time I'm up, we'll have a beer again.
Yeah, definitely. So, he's an Everton fan, and we don't talk a lot about Everton. Coincidentally, I've got a lot of notes on Everton. I
just think maybe it might be the kick in the arse that they need to a reality check and say it's not going to always be good for you. You know, win the first 4, draw against Liverpool.
Yeah,
and then first defeat. Look, don't knock Southampton. You know, they're not a bad footballing side as well. To be fair, I think touching on some of the points from the game, the sending off was ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't
exposed how bad these fucking referees are again.
Yeah.
I can't get angry enough for somebody to fucking sort it out.
Yeah,
it's an absolute disgrace.
Well, the ref doesn't know the game.
Richarlison, done deal.
Yeah.
Digne, ridiculous.
Yeah,
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
two of their most influential players as well.
Yeah, so surely, Ancelotti said they're gonna appeal it, and surely that's gonna be overturned. I mean, Luca Digne had his hands up way before the tackle even went in.
Yeah, it's got to be overturned, mate.
Yeah, I mean,
if they don't, it's ridiculous. Now.
Yeah, it's a red card coming from someone who clearly doesn't understand the physics of running. You know what I mean? He's accidentally stepped on his foot. I mean, it's just like. It's crazy.
It's going back to the point I was saying about footballers. The players themselves, instead of fixing referees, they're taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Of their football stupidity.
Yeah.
Referees, complete football dumbness. You know what I mean? Instead of stopping it, players are they're thriving on it and playing on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And then shit like that will happen because of all the other garbage that goes on. No?
I will say too, I saw an image where I thought it looked like James scratched Bertrand on the arm, which I thought was pathetic. I mean, really quick, it almost looked like a smack, but you look at it again, it almost looked like he went at him with his nails, which is really... Yeah, it's just... It's kind of pathetic. It's worse than spitting, I mean, spitting...
You know your nails especially?
Yeah. They were painted pink. It was weird.
Is that what it's come to?
Yeah.
He scratched me.
But yeah, I mean, again, this just sort of, we had this argument last week. I don't think Everton's winning the league. I know this was just a minor setback.
They were never going to run away with it. This was always going to happen, but I don't think this necessarily means that. I mean, I'm not saying I think they can win the league, but this is if you're an Everton fan, you had to have expected something like
yeah,
this,
yeah, and I mean, you've like built up all that goodwill. The Everton.
Well, it's sort of like holding your breath, isn't it? It's like,
exactly,
the next game,
Yeah.
the next game, fucking hell, it happened again.
Yeah.
Next game, oh, it happened again.
Yeah.
And well, after a while, you get used to it happening, and then you expect.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly,
West Ham are
yeah.
kind of
You know what I
there.
mean? Especially when you go away
Yeah.
to one of the mid to lower table teams.
Yeah.
You now think, hold on a minute, we expect to win this now. I think Everton fans are realistic. I don't, obviously no one.
Oh yeah. I mean,
and Scousers anyway. They're football
everyone in
savvy.
Liverpool.
They're not stupid. They're not going to expect anything like that. But to go to Southampton, come away with a point, I'm sure they would have been happy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Shea Adams looked great, didn't he? Danny Ings looks in form. Shea Adams scored against us last season when we lost to Southampton.
Yeah.
Like
after the pandemic, Danny Ings was going crazy.
Well, he was second or third in the Golden Boot race, wasn't he?
almost.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
but they're all right. They're a team to watch. If they're on, I'll watch them. Some games you're like, oh, I'm not going to bother, Or do I have to go to pub because we don't have the station?
Right.
We don't have the internet feed. I will watch Southampton.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams like that too, though, this season. I mean, I honestly, I get a little excited when I see Villa playing because I want to see, I mean, we can talk shit about Grealish all we want.
You know why? I'm glad you've said it. Because I'm going to bring something up.
Okay.
And I don't believe there's a week where I don't.
Yeah.
Because I am meticulous in fucking watching it, and it does my head in. Very first challenge. It must have been within I'm going to say the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? He's done the old fucking jump in and fall down. And then he's gone to the ref and gone, that's one.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and then
not
the ref
his.
must have acknowledged, and he's gone. So does he go out to get people sent off?
Yeah.
Is that the forefront of his mind, not football itself?
Yeah.
And how good his ability could be. In his mind, it's like, that's one foul.
Yeah, like he's like, that's the
Next time he
game.
does it, he's obviously going
That's
off,
the game he's playing. This
is the mindset.
Well, that's what happens when a ref gives a yellow card in the first 5 minutes. The game's ruined.
Yeah,
because the standard is set, and it's like Grealish is going out there trying to set the standard. For the record, though, I didn't mean just Grealish. I just meant how he's been linking up with Barkley, and I've liked watching Barkley since he's gone to Villa. It's the most exciting English duo since fucking ruining someone.
Yeah.
Who did you say? Sorry. Yeah. Maddison and Vardy, maybe. I know that rhymes.
Yeah, Maddison looked good when he came on. I just wanted to say too, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was going after Aguero's record of scoring in the first 6 games. He obviously didn't get that, but that would have been huge. I mean, Aguero's obviously
didn't really get many opportunities, mate, though, did he?
No, he didn't. And just
Southampton are a possession team.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you have to make the most of the time that you have it.
Yeah,
they've always been great on set pieces as well, haven't they?
Yeah. So with Ward Prowse, I mean,
exactly. And it's just something that the likes of City, Southampton can score against you. Enough set pieces.
Or last season it was when Edison came out of the box, wasn't it, and played it right to. I think it was right to Shea Adams.
When you're talking about, we don't really talk about Everton so much. I really don't want to forget Bournemouth. They're sitting 4th in the league right now.
They just drew with Watford, didn't they? 1-1.
Got another draw, yeah. I hope it doesn't go that way, that they draw too many.
Mm-hmm.
Because you find yourself slipping down.
They proved they were a Premier League team.
Yeah, and look, they still kept together that nucleus of that starting 11, apart from obviously the couple that went, but they still don't seem to have weakened that much for them not to be up there and fighting to get back. And I will say as well, Carlisle, they've had a good start to the season as well. I think they're sitting in the playoff places. If not, I think they've drawn the last 2. And they're sitting in 6th or 7th, whatever it is, in that league. I think 7th is the playoff places. For some reason, I don't know why. But I think they're sitting up there.
Yeah. Well,
somewhere I've got to go when the next time I go home, I've got to make sure I go to Carlisle again.
Yeah, it's so hard to get it on the TV, isn't it? Those.
Well, we don't really get to see it, do we?
Not getting that over here.
I have a couple of Carlisle fans on Twitter that sort of keep me informed, and I follow the club site,
Yeah.
Well, but it is. I sort of forget. I spent 4 years of my life there,
Yeah, I think
played more games for them than I probably did for City.
Yeah.
When I think about it.
It was before the camera was invented, though, so we've got no pictures.
I've got all my Betamax videos.
Yeah.
So the camera took £10 off.
I did look like one of Duran back then, though.
Oh, yeah.
I did used to blow dry my hair.
With the raincoat.
Up this high. Lay upside down with the hairdryer.
Yeah.
And then put hairspray on it. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
I was trying to connect a funny joke with "Hungry Like a Wolf," but it didn't connect. So that's the only Duran song I know at all. So
Good try though.
Yeah.
Being the only comedian in the family.
Yeah, well, I mean,
can't appreciate your effort.
I'm just trying to show that I know one Duran song, but
Dran.
Hey, I'm 5+ pints in. Forgive me for my speech impediment.
He's already mentioned one earlier, Rio.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know. Yeah. Are you questioning whether that was a Duran song?
What?
You're looking at me like No. Okay. Anyway, just to touch on I was trying to transition from the Calvert-Lewin first 6 game scoring thing, but we went on a tangent. Just another thing that
this is about, isn't it?
Yeah, 5 tangents in. So I just
5 tangerines in.
I just want to say as well, this isn't going to be as smooth, but it's also the first top flight campaign since 67-68 where each side has lost at least one of their 6 matches. So that just kind of shows how strange things are going as well. Competitive or non-competitive?
Non-competitive. Non-competitive in a sense that like
the big teams aren't really
how
competing.
The games are being played out. Yeah.
You know who I'm liking? Leeds.
Yeah, I like Leeds. Yeah.
They're doing a Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But in a better environment for them to do it as well, because I mean Sheffield United did it in a tougher season. You know, Leeds look good. They're exciting.
I don't know. This is.
I tell you what. What are the odds? What are the odds? Villa getting relegated.
I'll take those.
I wouldn't.
What do you mean? You got to give me odds, or you believe that they could?
No, I believe they could.
I think they've made too many improvements. I think in all the right places. Well, they got Martinez in goal. I mean, that was a great signing, wasn't it?
That was a great signing.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to leave Arsenal, to be
fair. And then because Bernd Leno, we're getting to the Champions League as well. Well, we'll get into Europe because that was Europa League, wasn't it? But Bernd Leno had an issue during the week, didn't he? Where he cocked up, and they were talking about letting Martinez go, and would you really not want to have him as your second keeper? But I mean, Leno's
one of the best keepers. Leno's top.
We've had this. Me and Connor have this conversation.
I know, yeah.
Away from the podcast, he loves Leno, don't you?
Yeah, and
he really rates him.
He's definitely, other than Aubameyang, he's Arsenal's best player.
Yeah, but I
maybe on par with Lacazette.
I think in the time he was in,
Lacazette.
Martinez was for better than him in the time that he was in.
Well, Martinez is bigger.
Well,
pardon?
I think he's better with his feet.
He's 100% definitely not better with his feet.
Arsenal play with fire when they play out from the back, mate.
Yeah, I know, but look who Leno's passing it to. Who's he got?
Then don't pass it.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what he does. Who's the right centre back for Arsenal right now?
Gabriel.
Okay.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
And then look, I'm still okay. I'm becoming okay with David Luiz. I'm becoming okay with him. I know that's weird for you to understand.
No, if he doesn't do anything wrong, I'm not going out there saying I don't like him.
Happen, is
he's got a good long pass on him, but like he can't defend
both feet,
and he can't play defensive mid.
Exactly, he should be playing defensive mid, but he's not good enough to play there
because his passes are too long when he plays defensive mid.
Literally. It's
a weird one.
If he was playing during like the 50s.
Yeah.
Or something like that, where they had the sweeper. Yeah, that's his position.
Yeah, well, Pep almost
he couldn't kick that big leather ball that far though. Mate.
No, I don't know.
Back then,
his fucking head looks like a big leather ball.
And the lace would have got caught.
He needs to get manscaped on it. I'll take that hair right off. So let's move to Champions League then. I
haven't seen up his shorts, mate, so I can't.
You gotta Google it.
Go on, sit down.
Have a look at his Googles.
Let's move on to Champions League then. Before we get to City, I didn't watch the Chelsea Sevilla game. Did you?
I didn't.
It wasn't
I
on here,
didn't
mate.
get
I
it.
don't think
What?
it wasn't on.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I got the extended highlights.
Oh, okay. Which it was
I had to
0-0.
watch Man
So.
City. I had to watch Man City in Spanish.
Did you? How did I get it? I watched the replay on. No, it was in English over here. CBS All Access.
I did get it. I was thinking of.
I only got it in Spanish, mate.
CBS All Access is 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I created the. I mean, you can get it. Just create a free account and you get it.
Yeah, just create a free account every week. I mean, pay for it.
Thanks for telling me.
Unless in future we're sponsored by CBS.
I thought it would have been.
I had to have the arsehole going, go.
So you're learning.
Sound goes down straight away.
You're learning then. That's the first word in Spanish you've learned.
I know Spanish, yeah, I know that.
No, it's better than when they go goal.
But yeah, so 0-0 Chelsea. Not much to.
Don't do that again, Con.
Yeah.
At least not down the mic.
Nah, I get it. I just hate when they're not talking about anything and they just sporadically go to that because of a goal went in. You know?
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, anyway, it's not a problem because we get it in English on CBS All Access. So
I just haven't found it.
yeah, we'll show you how to do it after. But City against Porto. I mean, we went 1-0 down. You know that Diaz looked alright, didn't he, on the ball for Porto? But he looked quick at least. He ran through the whole City.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a penalty neither, mate. Sterling jumping up in the air again.
I think it was. I think he definitely exaggerated it. But actually, this is how I want to start off with this.
You got to look at a penalty. Can you stay on your feet?
Let me start off with this.
If not,
before
would you listen? This is how you'd have to look at it. Would you have accepted it against you?
No, that's not.
No,
how
but we
you
don't listen.
Would you have said no?
Listen,
it's not a penalty,
but we don't have Pepe, who's a big bald cunt.
arsehole.
Yeah,
He is one of the biggest arseholes
exactly.
in existence.
Yeah, so
I mean, did you see?
he should have been sent off when he needs Sterling as well.
Do you know Pepe has hair, right? He's so much of a
Yeah,
dickhead.
I know. Yeah.
He's been bald on purpose since he was like 22. That's how you know he's a fucking.
He's such a tit.
That's how
Did
you know.
Did you see when he pretended to be pushed when he was in the air? And he
Yeah, and he wanted. Yeah,
And see, this is what gets me. The players today, and I've seen Grealish do it. Complain to the ref about other people diving.
yeah, and then
As if,
do it
like,
yourself.
You don't know I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You obviously don't know I'm doing it.
See,
'cause I'm not good
Well,
at
maybe
it.
the players know that the refs don't actually watch the games.
At least Sterling.
So-
At least Sterling doesn't complain about other people diving. He just does it himself. You know.
I don't think Sterling knows where he is. When
But
he puts
honestly,
their
it
boots
was a penalty. I 100% stand it was a
I'm not
penalty.
sure, mate. I honestly, look, it's Man City, and I just don't believe it was, to be fair.
Well,
I don't believe it was. And I thought maybe Gundogan had stood on the keeper's leg before that. I thought he could have.
yeah, but then Pepe fouled. Who was it? Pepe fouled Aguero before that, so it could have gone back one more, and there was actually another foul in the box by Pepe.
On Aspley
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was a penalty.
What? So
See, they have all the time in the world to look at this and still fucking
Yeah.
get it wrong.
I'm not saying that wasn't a penalty. That was a penalty.
Okay, yeah, no.
But I'm just saying he barged. Pepe was being a dickhead and he was clumsy and he barged into Sterling.
his whole career.
Yeah, it's not like he didn't touch Sterling and Sterling went over.
No.
You know, so there was contact.
But you always have to look at someone if they're a known cheat, if they're known for trying to get this.
Okay, I could say the same thing about Pepe. I could say the same thing about Pepe though.
It's you cry wolf. The defender's there.
Yeah, but-
it's the attacker doing.
So answer me question, George. If it was against City, would you say it was a penalty?
Well, look, there's contact, so it's hard to argue it in this day and age.
It's
No,
not.
yeah or
It's not.
no?
If you're saying
Yeah.
if you're saying it's penalty for City, you're saying it's penalty for.
That's what I'm saying. How could
If
I
it was
argue?
against City,
Yeah.
would you say, yeah, it's a penalty?
It has to be a penalty. I couldn't argue against it. I wouldn't give it as a ref, but I can't argue against it, can I? Because there's contact.
Right.
It's not like it's not like he's just completely missed him and he's just fallen over. You know.
Well, listen, touching bodies doesn't make your legs come up in the air, does it?
I'm not saying it does, but every referee in the Premier League and Champions League says it does. So why would that be the one penalty not given?
Imagine.
In today's standard,
No,
we're not talking about.
I understand that point, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Listen, so what we're literally saying is they fuck up every time. more or less.
Yeah,
90% of the time.
If it was up to the rules that I'd like to be in place, then no, it wouldn't have been a penalty. But we've lost the physicality of the game anyway. A decade or two
What
ago.
I'm saying about now, players are looking for that type of thing.
But this is what we're saying.
Referees are fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
You still
but
don't try-
Sterling's not going to be the one to fix that. Is
I know,
he?
but
So,
but you're also helping that cause by losing the physicality because you're saying it's penalty like now.
yeah, but
Well, it's not a penalty. Period. You
look,
know,
my opinion doesn't change it one way or the other. It is what it is.
Then whose does? Not one person's.
It's the referee. Yeah, it's the referee.
I know, but look
And
how
it's
easily persuaded every single ref is.
Yeah, I know,
Like-
but it's just the way football is, and I don't agree with it.
All right, so if let's say in our opinions a good ref comes in and he refs that game,
It doesn't happen. It doesn't get that far.
I know, but I'm saying, and he refs that game. That happens within the first couple of minutes. Do you personally say that's a penalty?
If
The ref hasn't said it's a penalty, do you say that's a penalty?
If
Not judging off the ref's decisions.
Yeah, because if that was in any other game, that would be a penalty as well.
Yeah, I know, but just because these refs and these
You're
players
saying-
are taking it so far
Okay,
bad.
you're saying let's jump in a time machine. What year do you want to go back
No,
to?
I'm saying like that. We know what a penalty is.
Right.
We know what. It's not just contact. It's
No, well, it is
it's
now.
No, it's stopping from a goal scoring opportunity. It's stopping you from getting the ball when you have possession.
Yeah, I mean that's the base,
probably-
the very basic
exactly.
nature
so
of it.
we know these people that cheat. We know how they cheat. If someone touches you and you jump in the air, you're cheating before
Okay,
the
look,
foul
if you-
is
if
actually.
you- if you ask me-
Tell your mum and dad.
If you ask me, if it wasn't a game of football and Pepe ran into Sterling like that, and it wasn't Pepe or Sterling, if someone ran into someone like that just in normal terms, then no, he wouldn't have fallen over. You know what I mean?
So it's in no way, shape, or form a penalty.
Well, it is now, though, dude.
But then, how far do we take this?
I don't know, but it's not going to stop at Man City when we're 1-0 down in the
I know,
friggin'
but
Champions League.
This is why I will never say that for even if it's my team, even if we're
Okay.
losing and it's the last second.
That's fine.
And I'll know it's you. There has to be enough people to stand the ground for this to change.
Okay, well, it's not changing, and especially when it's Pepe, I can't stand him.
He's
I'm
up
in
there
the same
with
boat.
He's
I'm
up
in the
there
same
with
boat.
Chiellini.
Yeah,
No one's worse.
he's worse
I've
than
cheated.
Chiellini.
No one is
Cheating
worse than Pepe.
centre-back.
No
Yeah,
one
I think
is-
he's worse.
No, I've always hated him.
The
Anyway.
sheer
think he's
fact
worse.
that the amount of times he cheated, and then all he would do was cheat and try to injure Messi.
Remember when in the World Cup, I think it was, Neuer touched him on the head and he was sitting on the ground
yeah.
and he went
Yeah.
down again. Like,
Yeah.
but I will also say that Musa Marega as well, bag of shit. Big physical guy just going down like a friggin' butterfly lands on him and he's on the fucking floor. Like,
Hey, look at Antonio though. So he does the same thing.
all right, Connor's just out to get City and West Ham.
What are you talking about? I'm just not being
You had an
biased.
argument
that's
the other
all.
week and he was sticking up for West Ham.
Yeah. Well, it's just the opposite side of whatever I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's whatever's real. That's all.
Well, just because there was nothing happening in Chelsea Sevilla and it
You
ended
just said
0-0.
something about Antonio, and then all that thought
Hey,
was
mate, two
me
good
in my
draws,
head
though.
was Antonio
Huh?
falling over, then getting up and scoring 2-1 against
Yeah, I
Chelsea.
remember. Yeah, I remember.
And he constantly does that, and he's been doing that. So that's why I
Three
called
good
him out.
three good draws. Southampton, Sevilla, Man U.
No.
And is Pulisic, did he get injured? Is he going to be out?
He's a tit. He's a tit as well. He goes down.
Wow.
Pulisic?
This is one of them episodes where everybody...
It's one of those episodes where there's someone that has Sterling on their team and they're talking about other people fucking... Sorry, Sterling, Mahrez on your fucking team. You're talking about other people diving?
No, I'm talking about the game. We're off Chelsea
okay.
because you had nothing to say about them. So I'm talking about the City game in the Champions League.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about. So anyway, it doesn't.
I'm going to have to come up there and sort you two out.
Penalty or not, that's fine. Foden comes on like we were talking about, and
Sparks life into the team, doesn't
yeah. So he sets up Torres.
I mean, João Cancelo played well that day as well.
He did, yeah. João Cancelo's looked decent lately.
Let's hope England doesn't ruin Foden.
I think
there's every chance of that happening.
I know,
Well, here's the thing, though. Foden won't get picked for England if he's playing for Man City. Because
Exactly,
Southgate
I know.
only picks players who
For
doesn't
football's
play.
that's my point.
Yeah.
For football's sake, because he definitely has something, and England have been known.
I think he's shown. I think Foden. I think he knows that playing for Man City is a bigger thing than playing for him. For him,
England,
growing up, he's from Stockport. Growing up in, he grew up as a boy.
I think he's already passed through the threshold of.
He showed in the Iceland thing
England,
that he's
England
like.
don't play in a way that will suit his game,
Right.
and he's not going to be that strong enough, big enough player to change England. You know what I mean? So to get the best out of players, which is our issue. England don't get the best out of their talent.
No, they don't.
No,
they never have.
For some reason, it gets stifled.
Look,
look, you know what? Without the fear of being perceived as being negative all the time, because we do slate a lot of people on here, don't we?
Yeah.
Not as much as the.
It's not all bad. It's not all bad, and it is, to be honest. I know. Obviously, I know yous. It's for the want of something better.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
It's not just to slam everybody, put people down.
Yeah.
It's for the want of something better, something that I know. Me personally, I need a lift from our international team. I need your Phil Fodens to be able to go out and express themselves.
Look, even Mason
to the extent, and I'll go as far as Mason Mount and Jack. Grealish.
Mason Greenwood, even a United player.
And Greenwood.
Not that
but you know what?
I don't want.
They've had the wrist slap by the FA and.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Say you're sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Say you're sorry.
All the shit that all the ex-England pros went through and did whenever, allegedly, or whatever they did, and then they played the next game. You know, Harry Maguire had his shit in Greece, and then he played the next game. He was left at once.
Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
Looks like a world beater.
Yeah.
And like a fucking panel beater when he plays for England.
Yeah. I think Southgate's got. We're not gonna progress as an international team until Southgate is gone.
Yeah.
And we stop playing.
It's not a campaign to get him out. It's can he change his way of thinking? I wouldn't mind him being there if he made us play a different way, which is there.
But
you have to play. Sometimes, look when you come in and you get a group of players that play in different systems for their clubs, it's difficult. But you have to have an identity. He seems to me throws the names up, and wherever they fucking land, they play.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Southgate's whole resume has been on display for the last 20, 30, 40 years.
He's not going to change it.
And I mean, I remember exactly how he was as a player. It's exactly how he is as a coach. It's the same. If anyone ever said back then when he was playing, "Oh, he's going to be our England manager," I would have told you to fuck off, because I mean, like, he doesn't have it. He's not what we need. We're supposed to be we fucking create football, apparently. England, football's coming home, you know, like, and we have Gareth Southgate.
Well, right now we have an abundance of creative players.
Football's staying in.
Yeah.
Football's leaving, and
we have an abundance of creative players for England right now, like young creative talent in midfield right now.
But we don't play a system that suits them.
No,
well, that's the thing. When we first saw
play
Wilshere,
5 right backs.
We used to say Wilshere's going to be our spark for when Rooney goes. It's going to be Wilshere's going to be our main England player, and then that didn't work out.
But it's a trend.
It seems like Foden's.
It's a trend with the managers as well. They've all been just that.
It's like
old stale.
The wrong people get too much time. The right people don't get enough time.
Yeah, there needs to be someone.
What's on that gun?
It's just every manager job ever.
What's on that? And look, at the end of the day, my personal opinion, we don't play to go and win things. We play for the manager to get his next contract.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Bassett. They
blew
that open 20 years ago.
So does that tell you there's something wrong with the system of how they treat and pick the managers? Then maybe they're.
I think it's a lot of things. Look, I think if the players were bigger characters and took it upon themselves once you cross that white line,
that's what he said.
The manager doesn't fucking pick you up and put you in place.
Yeah, but if he's playing 9 defenders in a team of 11,
I mean, look at all the national teams. Look at how many actually need or have a good manager. Yeah. Brazil never needed a good manager.
Yeah,
they produce the best players ever.
Yeah.
Spain, same thing. Belgium now, just because of Roberto Martinez, probably one of the only good international managers.
Yeah.
Right now, everyone, it's just so independent and sporadic. It's like when the World Cup comes, no one prepared for it. It's just like they threw everyone into it, and it's just like, just go do what you do. You know, it's
but it's just sad because it could be so much more.
It's supposed to be the best competition on the planet.
Yeah,
better than the Olympics, better than.
Well, it's hard. It's hard as an England supporter to look forward to. Even, I mean, we got the Euros next, but It's
And
just
when you talk about the most competitive team, I mean the most competitive league in the world, and none of our English players go out. You've got like Trippier, maybe, and maybe someone else, but all those players on other teams. I mean, you look at Spain when they did the Euros, World Cup Euros. They were only playing for Barca, Madrid. There was 5 already playing with each other. English players don't play with each other. We got 2 at max.
Yeah.
We had Tottenham like 4 people at once.
Yeah, I've always stood by that, but I also think it needs to start. Like that's a problem I don't think we could fix because they'll never congregate.
I think that's the double-edged sword of being the most competitive league in the world. Is the national team is not gonna.
It's gonna suffer.
It's gonna suffer.
But we could make a start by getting a decent manager in.
Because we still have the talent.
Well, it shouldn't suffer because English players should be getting the best opportunity playing in the best environment. And
it should make you better when you're coming up against these top international players every week.
Well, that's why we got the likes of Foden.
It should make you better, but if you're being stifled with the way your team is coming out and supposed to be playing or expressing themselves, or the formula.
Like if Foden came up through like Stoke or someone like that, and he didn't come up through Man City, he didn't come up in the team that was around Pep. Right. You know, he would be a completely different player.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just wild how like one little manager or.
But would you rather win a trophy and board your way to it, or would you rather get beat seeing them having a proper fucking go? I'm playing football.
I like watching football.
I like watching football. I would rather have England's chances of the World Cup, how Man City's have been the last couple of years, than that run that we had where there was no one on our right side. Croatia was our only.
Yeah.
I'm actually happier with Man City not winning the Champions League, but going out playing in a way that is enjoyable to watch.
Yeah,
and
a Champions League winning team.
Yeah,
and should win the Champions League, but ultimately it's not given to you. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Well,
I'm more happy with that than reaching the semi-finals of the World Cup, only scoring from fucking set pieces.
Well, you said when we were, I remember because we watched the whole World Cup together and we were talking, and everyone's obviously singing "It's Coming Home" each stage we got on, and I just remember like. I didn't want anyone from that England squad getting a World Cup medal. You know, it wasn't deserved. And you always say like, and you were saying it then. If we beat Croatia, I think we could have beat France. I don't think we could have beat Belgium. I think we could have beat France in the final. Honestly, I'm not saying more than they could have beat us, the majority, but England could have scraped like 3 games out of 10 against France. But whatever. And you were just saying how like it's. You can't say you're the World Cup winners if you didn't beat the best. If we went through that bracket, if Croatia beat France, they definitely weren't the best team in the world. Right. You know?
To me, I think, you know, the Euros and the World Cup, it's a time of like, and this is going to sound a bit weird, you know, but it's a time of like the nation coming together. So when the team doesn't come together, it's almost like that's 100%. Where we hit a brick wall, you know? Like, I mean, I was out watching the games with people who didn't give a shit about football, but because England were in the semi-finals, it's like let's go watch them. But then it comes to a point where why should I give a shit if they don't give a shit? You know, it's like not that they didn't give a shit, but like it's like I don't know. It just seemed disjointed. Like it's like we almost stumbled our way into that Croatia game, and then we stumbled our way into the first goal. And then
Croatia did the same exact thing.
Yeah,
I think they should have been. They should have got knocked out by Russia. I'm pretty sure, and they beat Russia on penalties.
I just think right now, Russia. We're still experimenting.
Yeah, but not enough though.
We've been experimenting for the last 30 years.
You know what it's like. Let's give everybody a go.
Yeah.
Let everybody get a medal.
And then it's like
football is in this country with the kids and the youth. Oh, there is no winners and losers. Everybody wins. Everybody gets. No, you don't.
Second place trophy.
And it's like once they get the England position, they protect
everybody.
them.
Yeah. You need to get a settled team and play them. Let them get used to each other, and let them become familiar with each other.
It's supposed to be dog eat dog. It's supposed to be the best.
Be ruthless.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not ruthless enough.
The thing is, too, there's nothing wrong with experimenting is if you're taking the results and making an end product out of it, but not experimenting
they'll experiment again.
every game. It's just...
How don't England look at their whole squad how they should look at their right backs. We have 6 right backs that are all world class, supposedly, and I think they're kind of managing it well, but it's like, why can't you take that focus and then just do it to the whole team? Why are you doing it only to that back right corner?
He's trying, isn't he? It's like we played what, 3
it's like
right
he's trying,
backs?
he did it, he gave up, and then
we played. So he's looked at that and thought, oh shit, we've got 3 right. We've got six world class right back. Who we've got? Alexander-Arnold, Walker, Trippier, Wan-Bissaka, Reece James, and Lamptey. I mean,
Lamptey's. I would put Lamptey probably second out of that whole group.
Has he been called up yet though?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm not.
I didn't
think so.
watch the Denmark. I don't know if he got called up for that. But
I'm not sure if he has. But still, he played Trippier on the. He played Trippier on the left, Walker at centre back, and then Alexander-Arnold on the right against Wales, was it?
Yeah.
But look, sorry, this is where all the trouble's happening. Say hello, say hello.
And if you're listening on the apps, you got to go to the YouTube video.
Yeah, there's a bird 5 pints in right now.
Yeah. He's Ian's can opener.
All right.
Yeah.
Off you go. He's off. Sorry.
Yeah. See, that's the wildlife of Florida. It's crazy.
Let him in, and I was doing a Zoom chat the other day.
Yeah.
And because I sit here at the desk, he's trying to go in my flip flops. He tries to bite me toes. And for somebody speaking, it's a business meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm bending down trying to get the beard away from biting me friggin' toes. So let's let him in now. Stop him whistling at me.
Yeah.
And I've got my beard glasses on, look. Sometimes I forget, though.
Yeah.
I wonder why he wants to bite me. All right, he's back now. He's going to start biting my feet, so.
All right. So don't mind you if you're making any weird noises.
If you hear me swearing or just see me jumping, you know what it is.
Then you're just on 5 pints in.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So just a few more things. Shakhtar beating Real Madrid 3-2 in the.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. No.
They deserve to be 3-0 up at half.
3-0,
Really?
yeah.
Well, they looked good in our group stages last year. We've been paired with them the last 2 years.
I was hoping for like a 4 or 5-0.
Yeah.
It could have came.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy. And then
it was at the Bernabeu, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it was another stadium that they used, maybe for the U23s or something.
Okay, but it was Madrid home though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Real Madrid at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Bayern beat Atletico 4-0. I mean, Bayern are just dominant right now. They look good, don't they? I mean, they obviously looked good.
I watched that as well.
You know what's funny?
To watch it just to see Suarez,
Yeah.
and Simeone,
and
the rest of the fucking arseholes.
It's funny. Simeone's actually, you can see he's losing his hair now, and you think, like,
losing his hair or losing his head.
Well, no, losing his hair at the top, and you think he's the most stressful man you'll ever see in your life. Like, he's all about trying to cheat, but I don't know. I can't wrap my head around.
I don't want anything good coming from that group of people.
I was just about to say about Bayern, which is funny, and I hate to say this, and I've said it before, but City, the best team on the planet, in form, but Bayern are the only ones that I think can compete with you right now, and you just gave one of your best players to them.
Yeah, but he's injured.
Yeah,
isn't he?
I think, you know what's funny? Yeah. It's gonna be It's gonna be some Hollywood story. Sane's gonna come and knock City out of the Champions League semi-finals.
Well, he scored against Schalke, didn't he? That crazy free kick last season.
He scored 2 against Schalke.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mind
both rounds.
I don't mind that. He's quality.
He's a great player. Yeah.
He's gonna be one of. He's gonna win.
You know what surprised me as well? The words he had to say about Pep. Like, he really came out and praised Pep for his
and so he should.
development. Yeah.
You can tell in his football he's respectful.
It's just hard when you hear certain shit, and it's like, you know. It's
hey, listen, it might be one of them years where you don't expect them to win it, and they just shock you, you know.
Yeah.
Because in the past, and especially last season, we thought this is it, you know. It's the time, but it just goes to show what Real Madrid did over the last few years has been unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
How difficult it is to win.
Yeah.
You know. All the variables that come across.
Those 3 years that they won it in a row, they never should have been the team to win either of those Champions Leagues.
Probably not, no.
No, I mean, obviously opinionated, but...
I also think
how strong Liverpool have been as well over the last few
yeah,
years.
I also think, and this I've got to be careful because this sounds sour about getting knocked out by Lyon last season, but it's a different tournament when it's one when there's not two legs. You know what I mean in the knockout stages.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got knocked out by Lyon, but it could have been. Who knows? We could have just got beaten again. But I'm just saying it's a completely different dynamic. You know when. Yeah, but so Olympiacos, speaking of City's group as well, Olympiacos beat Marseille 1-0, which was a little surprising to me because I probably would have taken Marseille in that game. Payet started that game, went off late, but we've got Marseille next, actually, today as this podcast comes out.
That's probably the best result for you then.
Well, as the podcast comes out.
It's going to be interesting to watch Payet again.
Yeah.
See him, obviously being close with all the West Ham fans, and they still love him. They still love him for the season.
They have to.
Because he was amazing, wasn't he? When he was there?
He was great. Yeah,
one of the best
getting away from
in the Premier League.
No getting away from it. He was amazing.
It's free.
What has happened since?
Superslav's man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. That was the song, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Trev came over. We were out drunk. I remember we were with Elliot, and he was like, "Superslav's man, he's better than Zidane. We got Dimitri." Trev was just singing that. I forgot where we were, out in Delray somewhere, but I mean, it's Olympiacos winning 1-0 is a great result for City because I thought Marseille was Porto. Porto are a decent team as well. Who knows?
You should win that group.
Should, yeah. And I like that Pep's focusing on the defensive side of things. He's trying to work it out at least. I think I can see that.
There's still a lot to do, mate.
Yeah.
Still a lot to do.
Well, we'll end it on this. Pep's contract is up at the end of the season. You've got to renew it with him.
Him and Messi are going to go start a team somewhere.
Well, let's see the Messi bit in January. They just lost to Real Madrid 3-1 at home. Could have thrown a spanner in the works.
Yeah, but from what I'm reading...
Listen, the fact that he hasn't won the Champions League, he's going to sign again. He's not going to sign off on missing out or I was going to say failure, but it isn't failure.
No.
Yeah, no. Someone like
because
him,
there's an expectation.
He's a completionist, isn't he? Yeah.
People think it's failure, but it isn't failure.
It's not.
Just saying, it's so difficult to win.
That's the thing. It's not even so difficult to win because you can't compare Klopp coming and people say, Klopp has lost more Champions League finals than anyone else, and that's fair. But you look at the teams, sometimes some of the years he got lucky in that, and that's why people comparing Klopp to Pep and saying, he came and he won it, and then he won the Champions League, and how he's a better manager than Pep, and it's he hasn't had the adversities that Pep's had, and I'll forever hate saying that. I'm backing up City and saying you're the best team on the planet, and even on your worst day, you can still beat 99% of the teams.
Right.
And it's just crazy that people don't look at Pep and just see him as this fucking prophecy, this prophet. He's made football 20 times better in the last 5-10 years.
I mean, I'd sign him for life because I think he looks at football as a puzzle that he has to figure out. And
that's not the point, mate. It's about what he wants. It's not about what City wants.
Oh yeah, I know.
Sign him for life. It's what he wants.
I know. Yeah.
And the fact that Liverpool ran away with the league last season and we got knocked out at the Champions League might do us a favour. Well, because it might make him stay.
Well, City.
Even if he signs 1 year.
Yeah.
And then what? Almost getting Messi.
Right.
Well, look,
I'll take that right now.
I don't want to talk about the Messi shit because apparently Bartomeu is going to get kicked from Barca, and that was the whole point of that, wasn't it? But I do feel
we have no need to go into that January window right now.
No.
Do we?
No.
There's enough shit happening here, to be fair.
We'll cover it when it hits us, but
we never even touched on the VAR fucking debacle,
Which one?
I mean, they're a 365-day consistent debacle, so...
I'd like to thank the VAR souls because they give us content. Yeah, exactly, we don't even have to write the episode usually. So,
this wrong call was brought to you by 5 Pints In.
We should find out how much it would cost to sponsor. But
you thought that was a penalty?
I just think, fuck off. I just think
I said, you look at you two there, it's probably more organised than fucking Stockley Park.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, our shed's nicer. But yeah, anyway, guys.
And I wouldn't blow you up.
Yeah. I do want to say we're actually working on a new shirt, a Varsol's shirt, that keep your eyes on the 5pintsin.com/shop store for. But I am wearing our new, well, not new, it's our oldest shirt, but it's still kind of new, the 5 Pints In Classic Tee. So
it's a new shirt.
It's a new shirt. Yeah, I got it last week.
Even if you're not a fan of the podcast and you're just an alcoholic,
exactly.
The shirt displays exactly what you want to say to the world. So.
That's a good slogan, actually. Yeah.
I still at Artois.
Yeah. So if you like the shirt, or guys, if you like the show, it really helps us and it shows your support. If you go to 5pintsin.com.
If you don't, we don't care anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But
we get to have a pint with the family.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's about 40.
Yeah. That's the magic of the show, isn't it? But if you do want to buy a shirt, 5pintsin.com/shop, and if you don't,
we're fucking the sales pitch up here.
Yeah. If you don't, go fuck yourself. Just kidding. Anyway, guys.
That's a good point to end on, mate.
Yeah. I do want to thank our new sponsor, SportsVids. If you know someone that loves football, boxing, Olympics, darts, or cricket, you can get them a personalized video shout out. Of course, it's great. It could be a great gift to get for one of your loved ones. They've got, of course, our Ian Bishop on there. They've got Shaun Goater, Tony Cottee, John Hartson, and Neil Razor Ruddock, Matt Tissier,
Are these all
Paul
the
Merson.
drunken boxes?
I'm open to dancing as well.
Yeah, yeah. There's not a lot Ian won't do
Dancing with the
for the low price that SportsVids charge, to be honest. So go on sportsvids.com and just type in what you want him to do, and I'm sure, I mean, he's already got the ponytail, so the dancing. The dancing isn't that far fetched.
I'm in between hairstyles, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, maybe next episode you'll figure it out. All right, guys.
Have a sleepover and one of you manscape me head while I'm asleep. Drunk.
We'll use the nostril trimmers and they'll just spin the man bun off. But yeah, again.
I might lose it, mate. If I'm snoring, I might suck it right up there.
Again, today is the last day. Right now is your last chance to enter the competition to win a signed shirt. All you need to do is order one of Manscaped's product from manscaped.com. Use the code BISH at checkout for 20% off, free shipping, and then email your receipt to 5pintsin@gmail.com. And then you get entered into the competition for a signed shirt by Ian. We are drawing the winner on next week's episode. Yeah, and that's about it, guys. Well, it was good having a pint with you.
It's fun, man, as always.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Are we 33 in?
I think this is 33rd, yeah, 33 episodes.
That started out as should we, shouldn't we?
Yeah, yeah, and it's just been going ever since.
Happy days, then.
Yeah, well, it's great meeting with you guys every week. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next time.
Fellas.
Cheers.
Toilet run.